TheSkyKid.com movie review. The Annunciation. Released in 1984.
The Annunciation is a movie based on the play The Tragedy of Man, written by the Hungarian writer Imre Matic and first published in 1861. The play is often compared to the 17th-century English poet John Milton's Paradise Lost. Even if the film is entirely performed by children, it is very seriously done indeed. The story begins in the Garden of Eden, where Adam, Peter Boxer, and Eve, Julia Marrow, are tricked by Lucifer, Esther Galog, to eat from the forbidden fruit and thereby get knowledge of good and evil. For having committed this sin, they are then cast out from Eden by God. Now Adam reminds Lucifer of his promise to let him know everything. Lucifer then lets Adam fall asleep and dream of humanity's future. In every part of history, he allows Adam to be a known character, starting with Miltiades in ancient Athens, then Tancred in Byzantium, Kepler in Prague, Danton during the French Revolution in Paris, and, in the end, a nameless man in Victorian London. Guided by Lucifer, Adam is taken through the horrors of human history. He is repeatedly confronted with a fresh ideal that instills new confidence in his conceit, only to have it crumble in his face when society turns it around, utilizing it for violence and deeper depravity. In the end, Adam wants to jump from a cliff to spare the world from mankind but is stopped by Eve. And God tells Adam that his task is only to strive on and have faith. Going through this film is not that easy since it's a bit lengthy for what it wants to accomplish. The dialogue is delivered intriguingly as the words are whispered rather than said aloud. Its style is engaging as well, it is like watching a visual poem. There is a phrase repeated many times during the film, and if you paraphrase it, one will get a pretty good idea of the film: we exist, and yet we don't exist. The movie is quite popular, but one could always say about it, it exists, yet it doesn't exist. Another quotation from the film is,
"Everything is beautiful, good and rightful. Only people consider one thing to be rightful and another thing unrightful."
There is so much wisdom in those words if you think about it. Some say that this film is unusual and spooky, yet it shows what humankind has become in a way. In that sense, the movie could be seen as quite an interesting journey through the history of mankind. Others say that they can't seem to catch the overall message. Ever since its release on DVD, 2007, the picture quality has not been that good, with bleak colors which are pale and sometimes unsharp. The sound is not top quality either. Some scenes seem to be somewhat foggy, which fits perfectly with the varying hues and dream-like metamorphoses. The majority of the scenes in the film are very surreal, and it must have been difficult for the young actors to comprehend them. Depressed, hypnotic, memorable. These are all phrases that define this unique perspective of the lengthy and sad history of humanity. Some say they don't miss this flick in their collection. Others that it is an interesting but challenging movie. It's a masterpiece of absurdism and surreal film in general, and it needs to be seen by a larger audience. With almost all the cast being children, it is pretty unusual in its rather serious topics. Therefore, it should perhaps have a special place somewhere among the other coming-of-age movies.
Thank you for watching our review of The Annunciation. We would appreciate if you like and share this video and subscribe to TheSkyKid.com's YouTube for more reviews of coming-of-age cinema.